Hey Alpha Fam, welcome back to another episode of Alpha Commission. Today on Alpha Commission, of course, we're going to go over that drawdown on the Bitcoin chart. As last episode, I was mentioning that we had a bearish harmonic setup, which could potentially see Bitcoin coming back to its local lows. That move has in fact carried out. And as you can see on the altcoins, that we do have a drawdown on altcoins, even though some of them may be attempting some pity bounces, we're still going to be looking for a low on the charts before any of our re-entries. If we do just jump over here to Bitcoin, we can see that we have lost our footing for the time being. We are dipping into the zone below us, but this is nothing that we haven't seen before. In fact, zones are just a little bit of an art, and maybe we can find our support here if we just go sideways long enough. But I do want to point out that we do have that pattern that we've been studying for the last couple months, and we did hit it almost with pinpoint precision to the dollar accuracy there, where we did previously have resistance. It turned into an impulsive move to the upside, and now we just have this volatility wave that's contracting and putting these bullish and bearish harmonics as it moves across that contraction, which eventually we would expect to lead to a big move either to the upside or to the downside once this formation breaks. As we had that bearish harmonic, of course, we also ended up putting in a rising wedge. Now, rising wedges do have a 70% chance for a breakdown. We are now at the measured move of that breakdown, and we could start to expect some type of low to start forming pretty soon if this bullish harmonic, which is being printed, does come to completion. Now, the targets for that bearish harmonic were somewhere around 62 to 58,000. We are seeing a little bit of a bounce in that area, so we're just going to be on guard for a potential local low to be put over here, which does correspond to this past wick and can still set us up, perhaps for this type of inverted head and shoulders pattern to come. And then all these bullish patterns might just start piggybacking on top of each other when we could get some breakout in the future. But what we don't want to do is lose this local low here around that $53,000 point. That would be just a series of lower highs and lower lows. Breaking out of this formation around the 70% of that volatility wave apex would suggest perhaps an impulsive move to the downside. So again, guys, we are going to be looking for bounces. Now, part of this breakdown did correspond to a warning that I gave in our new group, guys. Our new group is arcollective.co, not .com. If you want to join up to the new group, get the most alpha research in crypto, you're going to have to come over to the AR Collective. I've merged with my friends Crypto Athena and Crypto Retta, and what we're going to be doing is just focusing on the macro. We're going to be focusing on research. We're going to have a lot more analysts for you guys to get calls, and of course I'll be there. So if you guys want to just come join us, please check out arcollective.com. There will be a bigger description in the links underneath this video. Guys, we did have the last pool that we were in where we were looking for a potential retap of the top of this big pattern here. We did get that extra tap. Okay, this is the LARP line that I had drawn out for you when we were back here. And then we did, of course, lose the volatility pivot, and then we lost the bull zone. And that was your permission to short here off of this rising wedge pattern. Of course, these warnings were given at AR Collective and at Alpha Commission. And then we even had another pool which suggested that we could break down, just exclusively given in the group itself. So guys, there are benefits to signing up. And then, of course, the group also got the head up on the latest pool, which it does suggest that because we've re-entered the bear zone around 60,540, we are going to need to reclaim that area. We are going to need to reclaim that volatility pivot, which we had lost up here, in order to start seeing strength come back in on that chart. And what that could look like is perhaps we have just a little bit of a rounding here, maybe a higher low. We break up above that volatility pivot back into that momentum pool. We'd be looking for either a mean reversion and continuation to the downside, or we'd be looking to flip this yellow zone, which then would have an extension over here and try to retackle that bull zone around 70,337. And in flipping that, it could be just a game back on. I would expect this to be the final move on this big macro pattern here before we either have that break to the upside or that break to the downside. And that could correspond with the Fed decision next in September, especially, I think, guys. The markets may just want to front run that interest rate cut. So let's go ahead and just put these numbers on our chart. And just keep in mind that the local low that we don't want to lose is that 53,000. And we do have a little bit of a tolerance for this through line here, which does correspond with the support in the range underneath us, somewhere around 52. So if we do get a bigger drawdown and do take out this low, it better be a flash wick that just brings us back into this pattern and maybe just some market maker shenanigan, because we really do have to get ready for a potential big move either to the upside or to the downside. Guys, I still believe that altcoin season is going to happen. Of course, we didn't get an altcoin season this cycle yet. We have an altcoin season every single cycle, and I don't think that this one is going to be different. So if Bitcoin can just hold stability, hold these levels, these ranges that it's been in, then there is a good chance that when the Fed starts cutting and money starts flowing from other markets back into crypto, that the altcoin market could get a little pump. So we're going to be watching altcoins, and part of that is going to go hand in hand with being in the doing research to get in the right projects. And for that, I have my friend Crypto Retta with us. Crypto Retta and I go back many years. He's a partner over at AR Collective, which I am now a partner of as well. And together we've been working on delivering alpha to you guys basically for multiple years, ever since our expert crypto days, ever since working in the Brian Jung super group. And guys, I'd just like to introduce him. Hey, Retta, how you doing?
Yo, what's up, Sky? How are you doing today?
Pretty good. We're getting ready for, a potential altcoin season if Bitcoin gets its last pump, and I'm looking for coins that might be interesting. So, of course, you're pretty famous for your research. I know that a lot of groups, even some YouTubers, have reached out to you to try to get the alpha from you, and we're so blessed to have
Hmm.
you with us. I'm so proud to be part of
Thank you so much.
the AR Collective. And I just look forward to perhaps inviting you on more often as we enter into altcoin season. And hopefully, just like AR Collective is my new home, this YouTube is going to be your new home. And together we can start introducing projects to the fam.
Uh,
Is there anything
yeah,
that's piquing your interest today?
yeah. No, I fully agree with what you just said. And yes, I've been looking at a coin called Aethir. It's one of those gaming AI narrative coins, and I've made a little presentation on it for AR, like a little research report. If you want to, I can show it to you. I also started a little bit, but you have to start already on your screen, right?
Right. I just
As you can
wanted to
see,
mention
yeah, yeah,
to the
of
Alpha
course.
fam
Yeah.
out there that if you guys
Hmm.
noticed that we took a long position on Aethir and we got a 42% gains result off of that play that we had set up at Alpha Commission, that's because Retta had actually introduced me to this coin early on. And while we knew the chart was probably going to have to do a little bit more of a reset because it is a new coin, and new coins are often very risky. If you guys were able to take a part in that trade, then you actually have a crypto Reddit to thank for that and his insights that he gave me. And it looks like he's going to share some more with you today. So, Reddit, should I be jumping over to your screen now?
Sure, yeah, I can show you what I've been working on this last couple days. Can you see what I'm showing?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just take off some of these things that
There
I
you
have
go.
going on here.
Yeah, no problem. I can.
Oh,
This is
perfect. Yeah.
something that yeah. So this is something we are working on in AR. Like you guys know, like Sky is now part of AR, and we're working on bringing the best alpha to this channel. And what I'm doing right now, I'm making some reports on the different coins, and this time it's Aethir. So as you can see, right, I will go through it, right. Always the disclaimer,
Right, guys. Don't
and
forget that
yeah,
crypto is risky,
hmm
and just
of
because we
course, yeah.
share our ideas with you, it doesn't mean that we're your financial advisors, right? So always make sure to do your own research and just understand that this is for educational purposes only. Okay, crypto is very risky, and any coin can go to zero, even the best one, right? So that's just how it is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. That's very important to note. So, I mean, I won't do like a deep dive on it, right? So we can just talk about it. And yeah, so this is a little introduction page that I'm showing right on AT, right? You can see some keywords here: global network, powerful PCs,
Right. So this
advanced
is
CPU
what
technology.
Aethir
So
does, right?
yeah,
Because Retta gave me the heads up onto this coin, and luckily the Alpha Fam was able to take advantage of that. I mean, guys, if you were able to skim some profits off that 42% move, then you guys are absolutely killing it. But of course, I never considered myself a fundamental analyst, right? I'm more of a technical analyst, and the benefit of having Retta
yeah.
around is that the guy knows his fundamentals. Like he does the hard work into the research. So this coin, what does a global network of powerful PCs really entail, and what does it bring to the market?
Yeah. So basically, what they do is they connect like very powerful computers that they own at their where they store it, and then create a very big network, right? So all these computers all together, they become like one power unit, and then they can render like a lot of images, through AI. They can improve gaming applications. I don't know if you
All
remember
right.
this coin Sky called Render. Do you know Render? That ran pretty
Right.
pretty
So the
fast.
GPU
You can
rendering is a
compare it
big
to
narrative. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Before I forget, right? Yeah. So Aethir has a very good narrative, AI gaming, right? With all season hopefully coming up, we I'm looking for the right narrative, and yeah, Aethir is just one of them. Like gaming, AI, and yeah, they boost gaming applications. Pretty much everything that you want to see through this narrative. So if I just keep going, because you asked me a question, right? Like, what does Aethir do?
Hmm.
Like shorts, short answers, right? They offer cloud services, right, for gaming and AI companies, same way that also Render does. They companies also reach out to A-tier as well. And yeah, I don't know if you have any more questions also on it, Sky.
Oh, I'm just listening because I always find it fascinating what these projects do. And again, like I'm just so happy that we're on the same team now, man, because we finally get to work together for the first time after all these years on the same projects. And for you guys just listening to Retta, he's going to start sharing these type of reports at AR Collective under his research section. So again, I just really highly recommend that you check it out if you want to find out what's going on in the narratives. It's something that I could never provide to you before. And again, no, I'm just listening. Please go on.
Oh, okay, now fine. Yeah, yeah. I will again like the for all the information, of course, you have to be in AR, but I can do a little what like a short like just what Atria does for for the viewers to understand, right? So again, like I just said, Atria offers cloud services, right? Like renting out powerful computers for companies to use. They also fix problems of like scattered resources that they have, and bring it all together just in one network, right? And also, companies can utilize A tier to create high quality graphics, right, by using their GPUs and process data quickly, right? So A tier basically is a GPU as a server. So they offer their GPUs the same way like NVIDIA does, for example, same way like I
Right.
just mentioned, Render does in a couple other companies. So basically, like this means like most businesses and all people of the world, they can access these.
Right, because they're
computing
running
tools to make their
different
games pretty
companies
good.
are running applications and they don't have enough processing power on their own computers, right, for all this AI. So they need
Yeah,
to rent it
exactly,
out.
man.
That's what they do. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
awesome.
they rent their GPUs. Yeah, yeah, it is, man. I mean, you've seen it right with Nvidia. There's pretty much so much demand for it. So yeah, that's pretty much what Aethir does in a short summary. I mean, if you want to like know more about Aethir, you can also look at their socials, right? Like I have in the reports. I always mention the socials in my reports, right? It's important to understand if
To
they have
see
any
that they're
updates.
alive. Yeah, a real project.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Also, their website looks pretty sweet, right? Yeah, you see some more information on the website.
Hmm.
Uh, Again, their Telegram, they have updates, right? It's
Oh, they
always
have
important.
200,000 people in their Telegram. Okay. You can see at the top,
Yeah,
right?
well, I have to say, Sky, yeah, some, of course, they can be bots, of course, right?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's pretty active, pretty
Okay,
active, and
cool.
their latest tweet was on August 2nd
And that's
with
what
like
you
a
want
new
to
blog
see from a
post.
project, right? You want to see that they have,
Yeah,
oh yeah, look, 800,000 followers. That's a real project, right? Where they have that much interaction, 11,000 views, right? So,
yeah.
guys, if you're
I
if
also
you're
like their
listening to this
yeah.
video, you just have to understand there's so many projects that are basically like dead projects and zombie coins, those
Oh,
type of
a
things.
lot, man,
So
a
what Retta's
lot.
doing is he's like
Yeah,
showing
we've
us something that's a living project with potential. And again, it's just a tremendous value. Sorry
yeah.
for
Basically,
interrupting.
what no problem. Basically, what we are trying to do, like right with these reports that you guys are seeing right on the screen, there's millions of projects right on CoinMarketCap, and we're trying to filter them out, right? So right now we are doing A tier. So as I'm showing some tweets, right? Also, right, the narrative, like I said with Sky, right? You want to find the narrative. A tier has deepin involved, right? You get rewarded for using their platform with their nodes. You have AI, and then you have gaming
Right.
applications,
And these
right?
are
You know
big
they
ones. I mean, along with the real
yes
world
they are.
assets, guys,
Yeah.
again, like when you're looking forward into altcoin season, especially this has been one of the weirdest cycles that we've had yet, just the
Oh
most
yeah, I agree.
punishing on alts. You're going to have the
Hmm.
biggest success statistically, nothing's guaranteed in trading, but you're going to have a bigger likelihood of success if your coins overlap multiple narratives and if they're alive. So again, like this type of research is just invaluable. To be able to find something that covers multiple narratives, that's a living project with potential, you just got to pay attention and put it on your list.
Yeah, it does this like making like a report like this, it does cost me a lot of time. And also I have to thank, my friends, right, to helping me. But yeah, it does cost a lot of time to find those, those coins that fit the narrative. But like you guys see on the screen, I always pay attention to the details, right? So for example, the tokenomics, you can see like, the total supply, for example, is 42 billion, and only unlocked is not, 4 billion is only 9%. I can tell you right in 21, tokenomics were more important than ever. So something I always mention in my reports. You can see the vesting schedule, right? You can see that the team cannot access any of their tokens, till June 25th and December 25th. So that's a good thing for the short term.
Yeah, again, it's
But
just
for
so
the long term,
important
it
to
can
find
cause problems.
projects
Yeah.
where they have like lockups. And the tokenomics are
Yeah.
something that very few people understand. If you're going to be in a coin and they don't have 70% or more of the supply out there, then that means that there's a huge amount of supply that the dev team and the vulture capitalist that they bought in the seed rounds and everything, they can just dump on you. And so if you don't know what your coin's lockup is or how much of the coins they've distributed, if you don't know their tokenomics, you can get for a pretty shock in the
Oh yeah.
market, because
It
you
always
might be
happened
holding
to
a great
yeah.
project and then what happens is they just continuously dump coins through the entire cycle, and then you see that your altcoin was bleeding while the rest of the market is going up, and you're like, what happened? There was nothing wrong with this coin. And then you look at the tokenomics and it just had bad tokenomics.
Yeah. Just to just to add, in the past, you see these steps here, right? This blue and the purple. If this is all the way to here, right? Like it has no cliff, then it's gonna be a you're about to get wrecked, right? So you want this team tokens and invest very far to the right, very far
Right.
to the right. So
So this is
that's
a
really
good
what I
point.
have on
It's a
the,
good point. You want it in the future.
yeah,
You want them
yeah,
to dump in the
yeah.
future, not while you're holding it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, of course, I also add like the investors to my reports. You see on the screen like the VCs that they have. Like one that I know is Animico Brands. They always invest in gaming coins. Man, Sky, look at this, right? They had a astonishing sale round, man. They gathered 140 million through a note sale, now another 9 million, right, for the VC.
Very
So that
good.
means
So they
they
have
have
enough
enough
money to keep going.
funding.
They're not going to just go belly up. They're going to keep working because they have enough cash to do it.
Yeah, they have a nice cash flow, and also next to this, right? Oh, sorry, I went too fast. And also next to this, they have enough funding to also build the product, right?
Hmm.
Of course, in the reports,
That's a
right,
good
I was
point.
at
Yeah.
exchanges. I mean, yeah, I mean, it is available on crypto.com, for example, and Uniswap. What I also like to show, right, is this 36 million revenue thing, right, that they made with offering their services. It's pretty
Oh, wait a second. Wait a
impressive to
second.
me.
You know what? I
Yeah.
heard about this before
Hmm.
from you, and it only clicked right now because, again, I'm not a fundamentals guy, right? I do primarily TA.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
what he's
Hmm.
pointing out, guys, because I'm just trying to bring it back to the community watching, right? Uh, he's pointing out
Yeah.
that this is not just a project that has funding, it's not just a good project that's out there, it's actually a project that is making money. They're earning money. So it's a real project that is profitable, and that's so rare in crypto. It's just so rare. So
Yeah, I mean, it's
again,
pretty rare to find. I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you
So
can think
it's
of all the
important for me
memes, and
to
they
also
don't
mention
make
this.
money. They basically just skim money off of whoever's left holding the bag, right? But then you see something like this, and you're actually investing in technology. So
Yeah, agree. So, I mean, again, little conclusion tab that I have here, right? As you can see, yeah, I do think, Aethir is promising, I guess, right? And I think they have good enough backing to perform really well. I think just it's a good idea to just keep on the tokenomics. That's what I'm doing myself. And on every project that you research in the future, just make sure you have a very good look on it's gonna help
right.
you or hurt you, right?
And
So
sometimes
yeah,
there's random
that's really what I
volatility
wanted
in
to
the
share.
market, right? So you can't really judge the price of something just because it's a good project. Even good projects can go down in bearish markets. So you also
Yeah,
need
if they
that
have bad
TA.
tokenomics, definitely, yeah, yeah, yeah. Even if it says like right, like revenue, if it still has bad tokenomics,
Right.
it's a
Unless
no
they're
chance, right?
buying their own coins, which if they're just a business, right, they might not just be buying their own coins, right? They're using their tokens
Yeah,
for the systems. And so,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
know that there's a lot of projects that manipulate their price, but if you're a real
Oh yeah,
business,
yeah,
you may just go forward with your business model. So we just have to be aware of these things, fam. And again, guys, we're so lucky to have Retta with us now. And again, I'm joining the AR Collective family. So, guys, again, the links are in the description of the video below. I hope you enjoyed Retta's presentation. Obviously, we planned this. Okay, the secret's out, right? We wanted to get our first altcoin video out there, but we're going to make a series of
yeah,
them. And Retta and I are
yeah,
really good friends. We've been friends for many years. He's kind of the research brain. I've been doing my best to shore up my TA. I think we've been just killing it lately. And I think together, we're just going to conquer the altcoin season when it comes around. Now, you guys know it's been Bitcoin season for quite a while. The markets are a bit shaky. There's stuff going on with Israel and Iran, and of course, the greater economy. But we're going to keep you posted on that. And again, if you want all that alpha, if you want all of Retta's research reports, if you want the charts, if you want somebody just to help hold your hand through the process, especially in these shaky times, please join us at AR Collective. Retta, thank you for joining me, and I just hope we have like hundreds
No
of
problem.
these
Thank
coming
you
up.
too
Yeah.
for having me. Thank you very much. See you guys.
All right, that's your
Bye.
alpha for the day. Stay safe and happy trading.